Okay, step 14, and we're going to model the headlight frame, and then that'll be it for the steps. So some of these steps will be a little bit shorter now to model once we get them done. So what we want to do is go to Parts Maker, copy, paste it, uncheck that so that it shows up, select it, and we don't need any of this stuff here, so we can go to points mode. And I always go to points mode because you erase the points, everything erases. If you erase just the polygons, then the points are still there, and it makes it easier for cleaning up later on. So you just want to delete these right here, and delete these right here, and delete these right here, and delete those right there. Now, we're going to make it again, and then we'll line it up again, just like we did before. We'll make it, and then we'll line it up to the truck. Now, this is just a simple little area to frame our headlight in, so it's not no big deal to make it. Select all, and what you want to do is go ahead and we want to um, add some cuts to this. So we want to go ahead and say go to front view, and again we're going to have to go into the materials, open that up, and select this, go to transparency and give it a little transparency so we can see through it, so we can make our cuts. Now you want to cut it with this right here, boom, and then right there, boom. Kind of keep them, you got to keep them the same so that they all look the same. You can use measure, use measuring to do it, or you can just add it to it. That doesn't look right. Let's go ahead and do that. There we go. Now, when we do this, it's going to give us a, if we select these 4 polys in the middle and do an extrude, it's going to give us a real round shape, and we don't want that. So what we've got to do is add our little cuts again, and if you want more roundness in the corner, do them further out the cuts. And there, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we need one more right there. Now go to Live Selection Tool and select these areas here in the middle. I usually go straight for the corner so I get all of them. Make sure you have them all. All right, now we're ready to extrude. Make sure you got extrude tool, select it. Do a little bit in, and then do one big one. Okay. And if you want to give it a little bit more depth, just go ahead and do one more and hit delete key. There we go. All right. Now you want to go to the line tool or line selection tool or use your edge tool. There's so many names for so many different things. Do your loop selection tool, pick it, and select your outer edge. Go ahead and do your extrude tool. Extrude out just a tiny bit outwards, and then pull it back just a tiny bit. Once again, we want a very subtle curve here, and extrude one more time just a little bit, and you can pull it back like that. And don't worry about adding another edge to it there again, because we don't need it. You're not going to see that. So there we go. Once again, we've got the frame done now. And what we want to do now is go to F3, go to points mode, and we want to move all these pieces into place. So I want to go like this, or actually go to F4. Let's line it up first. So, which these are lined up and these are lined up, but still they've got, this needs to come up just a tiny bit, and this one needs to come up just a tiny bit because we want some airspace between the frame and this. Same here. Just bring it in just a tiny bit. There we go. Now, what we want to do again is go to our material manager, open it up, and downsize it so that we can see what we're doing. And now, once again, we want to grab all these points and move them this way just a little bit. Grab these, move those in a little bit so it fits the shape right there. And grab these and pull these in. There we go. Now grab these and pull these out just a tiny bit. There we go. You have to do some individually tweaking here, which is okay to give us our shape. And now what we want to do is go to our object manager and rename this Headlight Frame. Okay, drop it down in here. And we're getting a lot of parts now. So what we're going to do is actually name this single HY or HP parts. Okay, and then go down here and name this half parts. Hyper. Okay, now that way, so when we're making parts, we know we made a half piece, we can put it down in here so it gets symmetry. And if we make a complete piece, it gets put up here in the complete parts. Okay. Now, did I drop that down in there? Yep, it's in there. Okay. Now, go to front view again. Make sure we got everything lined up pretty good. Looks good. There's a little bit of issue down here, which we're going to take care of right now. So we want to pull this one out just a tiny bit. There we go. And then pull these out to follow it. There we go. Looks pretty good. F3. Let's go ahead and grab these and pull them back so they line up pretty good. There we go. Pull these back so they line up. There we go. And the key is just I'm going to line that one green one to the edge there because we want it to stick out a little bit. All right, let's line this up right here. All right, there we go. All right, looks pretty good. Now what we got to do now is get F3 going again, is select these points right here, and we want to pull them back just a little bit to get it more straight and more lined up correctly. Same here. Let's grab these bottom ones, pull them back just a little bit. Grab these right here, pull these back again. And same thing here, just to keep it smooth. Let's do it like that. Okay. All right. One other little thing I think we're going to do is it's too flat. And I want it more round looking on the edge there. So what we're going to do is go to F4. And all we're going to do is we've got to grab this right here, pull it this way a little bit, grab this one, and pull it a little bit that way. That will give us a little bit more round look to it. And if you want, you can even go in here and take this one and pull it towards the middle a little bit. That gives us more a little bit of a round look. Do the same thing here. Pull it where it's a little bit more round. Way over here, grab all these, pull it over here, grab this middle one, pull it over here a little bit. Okay. Okay, do the same over here. And do the same thing. Well, we'll leave this one straight over here because that kind of matches what it is right there. All right. And we'll keep that like that because it's pretty straight on the truck like that. Okay, let's get a look at it. Now, one other thing is showing up that I don't like is it goes from here. It's pretty straight here, and I think I want it a little bit more sloped in here in the middle. So we'll leave it like this for right now, but once we get finished with the truck, we may come back and tweak that where it's a little bit more smooth here on the front and frame and on this headlight area here. So go ahead and click select all points, right click, and let's optimize. Okay. All right, we'll do a final time of doing that too. So that's the front headlight section area of the truck. Let's save our work, and that's the end of step 14. And we're going to move on to step 15, where we do the headlight or the headlight housing metal section that surrounds it. All right, see you there.